Hello once again, Wally here. Today we're back with a stream, which is a little different. Not quite what I'm used to, but I think it's gonna be kind of what I'm gonna be doing a little bit more going forward in the future. Can you see Mr. Mans? What? No, Mr. Mans is his younger brother. That's Mr. Boy. Yes, it is, Mr. Boy. Oh, good boy. But yeah, so recently I've kind of been thinking about the project that I've been working on, and well, okay, so I guess how do I put this? What I was working on, which was a series that was going to be called the Mandelbrot Set, which was going to be kind of like almost like a found footage, alternate dimension kind of YouTube series. It had a really interesting idea behind it, and I had a lot of like really cool thoughts that I was putting towards it for a while. Um, but the thing is one, I kind of got like less motivated about that particular project, but more so the as I started to work on it, I kind of had to sit back and realize like where my skill set is versus where that project, like what skill set that project would need. Now, here's the thing: is I'm not like a terrible artist or anything, but I know my limits, you know, and so I kind of sat back and I wanted to think of what I could do that was not only within kind of my, you know, area of what's the word I'm thinking of? I guess just abilities in general, but also would help me grow those abilities and would be a fun project that I could kind of mess around with and do different things with. And that's kind of when I eventually settled on what I will be talking about today and what I'll be kind of doing forward. But I don't know. I think so. The project that I will be doing, it's called Blueberry and Teacup, and it's about two frogs. I have a few drawings I can show, um, real quick. But shit, my phone. Um, anyways, it's about two frogs that live in a basically they live in a yard, but it's kind of like a town with other random animals. And the house they live in is an abandoned mini fridge, which kind of works out for frogs. But basically, basically, it's these two friends, and I'll show kind of pictures. Where I got it at? I got a few in here. So we got, okay, you see that very well. So we got Blueberry here, and we got my personal favorite so far. I've been really loving thinking about how this character is going to be, Teacup. Now, Teacup is an interesting character. Teacup isn't going to actually speak, or at the very least, Teacup isn't going to speak words. I don't know. It's more so going to be a silent character with random absurd noises, I guess. And I really like her. Basically, oh hey, what's up? How are you doing? Oh, I appreciate it. I've been working on a new series called Blueberry and Teacup. It's basically about two little frogs. One of them, Teacup, who doesn't speak, is a mechanic. Oh, thank you. That's Coda. I don't know where he went. He's a good boy. But it's about these two frogs. Teacup doesn't really speak. Does a lot of mechanical work. Is very like sciencey, and basically Blueberry doesn't really got too much. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Blueberry doesn't really have too much going on for them until a random star kind of shoots through the roof of their house, and essentially, how do I explain this that doesn't sound like essentially like these star bits, each one has a different power. So the first star bit that crashes into their house will be like a fire star bit, which will kind of be key in like kind of showing the lesson of how dangerous they are. Um, I've just been around. I don't know. I've been really busy with work mostly. I work at a print shop and I basically manage a whole department there, and it's been stressful. And I kind of started I started a project that I kind of, I don't know if you saw that last video. Um, that was going to be going towards another project I was doing that I kind of didn't end up taking anywhere. Um, but I kind of looked at a lot of my old videos and was just kind of like, eh, it's not that I really, I don't know. I mean, they were my middle school, high school videos. There's a few on there that I still really like and think are pretty funny, but I don't know. I don't know. But I think I'm gonna be doing this probably like for the time being, like because I want to work on this show, and I was thinking that a good way to kind of still be able to do content while working on the show was just work on the show while live streaming. So, for example, for this first live stream, I'm just kind of going over the premise of the show, how it's going to be animated, and then I don't know, maybe next episode tomorrow I'll probably storyboard the first episode because I already got it mostly written in my head. Yeah, no, my last video was 4 months ago. Um, I don't know. I've just been kind of busy and haven't had a project that I felt really passionate about. And now I've just been drawing stuff up and kind of coming up with the story, and I don't know. I've gotten really excited about this one. Um, my favorite one. I'll have to find my dog wherever he is. My younger dog. I have two. But I want to make a character that's based on him in the show called Baby Cow because that's what we call him, and he looks like a baby cow. But oh, there's the cat in the background. It's just a full little place of animals going on everywhere. I'm not sure where baby cow's at, but Hondo, he's probably sleeping or tearing something up. I'd assume. Actually, more likely he's tearing something up. Um, but yeah, uh, for this show, so what I was kind of thinking is if you've ever seen like really simple what's the like flash art at tattoo shops where it's like simple black and white line art, it still looks really good for how simple it is. That's kind of the art style I'm going with, and what I kind of want to do. I mean, honestly, they weren't that bad. I've seen worse thumbnails, man. Like I mean, I don't know if you've seen some of the thumbnails I got going on. I, not to worry. It was pretty fun though. I feel bad. I kind of got out of playing Pokemon quite a bit. I kind of got out of playing video games quite a bit, um, which is a little unfortunate. But I've since I've gotten out of playing video games, I've really gotten like more into my animation and been able to kind of like just really focus on that, which has been nice. Um, Speaking of which, for the animation though, it's gonna be that simple 2D kind of black and white line art throughout, most of the episodes. Essentially, how it's gonna work is whenever the magic system kind of comes into play, for example, the first star piece that the character gets, which is a fire piece, whenever it's used, it's going to kind of cause color. So basically, the magic system or the star pieces is going to cause different colors, different maybe even art style changes, and it'll kind of make the animation get more complex. So it'll kind of be like a very like simple style that kind of blossoms at like as the episode goes on, maybe. Um, yeah, no, I mean, I've seen like your thumbnails are pretty good. Like they're getting pretty decent, man. Like, I mean, just I don't know. It's kind of funny. I used to make thumbnails. I would literally use the like on a MacBook. So on a MacBook, there's this little tool that you could kind of like click and drag, and it would kind of like take up a space that was the same color. And if you could find images that had white backgrounds, you could very easily take the white background out. It didn't look very good though, and it was very hard to do. And that's like all my old Minecraft videos were that. So yeah, don't even but But yeah, no, I'm super excited, especially because I'm kind of thinking that so the first star piece the that Blueberry gets is going to be the fire piece, and then I think the first star piece that he comes across, kind of in the wild, or I guess in the town, is going to be like a kind of centipede monster with a like the freezing star piece, and is kind of like going around basically turning everyone into frozen zombies and killing them. So it's going to be it's not going to be a horror show, but there's going to be very heavy horror elements. Kind of like, I'm trying to think of what a good example is. Honestly, I feel like a certain Steven Universe episodes, and even like obviously Gravity Falls is a little spooky, but I don't feel like it. I feel like there's certain Steven Universe episodes that are really like, if I was a small child, I'd be like, what the fuck. Um, no. So it's actually going to be an animated show. Um, it's going to be called Blueberry and Teacup, and that's the name of the two frogs. But it's going to be all animated, and it's going to be animated in like basically like a really simplistic black and white 2D art style. And then like when the fight scenes happen and all the magic happens, and like it's the kind of the animation is going to get a lot more detailed, a lot more complex, and it's actually going to be colored and shit like that. So I don't know. I'm pretty excited. I got a lot of good ideas so far. The first episode's going to be fun to make, and it's going to be a really good kind of set test to see where I'm at, I guess, because like I know where I'm at with my art, but I don't know where I'm at with how quick. Pardon me. With how quickly I can get an episode out. Um, and that's another reason why I chose the like simpler art style, is because I can get them out a little quicker, and then like while I'm doing the simple art style, I can take the like single minute or two of the like good fight scene in the episode and focus my animation efforts on that. So, and then I'll kind of just do live streams like this of me making the show, so that way I can interact with like audience, and maybe even get other people's input for the show to kind of grow it, which would be pretty cool. So I don't know, I'm pretty excited. It's gonna be nice. Oh no, for sure. I'm gonna start. So at the very least, I'm gonna be able to do this Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So like after I get off work, or not Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. So after I get off work Wednesday and Thursday, um, I'll take like a few hours and just kind of stream and do work on it a little bit. And then Friday, if I get a chance, but for sure Saturday, I'm gonna probably do like my biggest, like I'll probably do like 4 hour stream or something. So which will be fun. Um, it's definitely gonna take a while. Um, Animation is deceptively like time consuming and tedious. Like you'd be surprised, like the fact that Family Guy, which is not a very beautifully animated show, it's very simple. They're all standing like this for half the show, and then they have like the same four animations of like falling, um running, whatever. um like that show takes like a year, like to do one episode. And obviously they have multiple episodes going on at once, so like they have like 16 episodes going on, and it takes a year, and by the time the year goes out, they have the season. um but it's kind of wild to think about that. Like, so it's a little, I don't want to say arrogant, I'll use the word ambitious because that doesn't sound as bad, of me to think that I can efficiently by myself do this. I hope to in the future to bring people on, and also like as soon as I can like justify, like, because right now I need my job. It just I need money to exist. you know, um, so I guess essentially as soon as I can justify like how much I make now versus if I were to ever make something on this, then I could like actually put all my effort and all my full time into animation. But for now, it's basically going to be probably 10 hours a week. Hold up. Let me let my dog out. All right, sorry about that. Ugh. But yeah, I don't know. Either way, I'm super excited to get started on this. Um, I'm really excited for kind of, I don't know. I'm really excited for the style that the show is going to be in, because it really opens the door for a lot of like, because when you have something that's made like as simply as I'm going to make it, like obviously with enough like pizzazz that it's not boring, but when you make something as simple as that, it gives so much room to expand. It's really hard to explain with words, but like if you could see like what I'm thinking of, like the transition from just normal black and white art, just in like just the scene I'm imagining in the first episode alone, where basically Blueberry gets the fire star and he tries it out for the first time, and he basically ends up burning down a forest. And as you see this like look of like like terror and like what the fuck did I just do on his face, or on their face, um you'll also see like the red and like orange and yellow and whatever colors I ended up decided to use just kind of like fall down his face as it happens. And I don't know, I'm really excited because I think it's gonna be very like, I don't know. I don't know. There's a certain archetype of show that I really like that I feel like I can never find good, like I can never find other good shows in that genre. And not even genre, but just like that style. So like the style I'm thinking of is kind of this like interesting power system, and the characters have to go on a journey, and you watch their powers grow throughout. Which is a very like weird way of explaining it, but if I can give some examples to what I mean by this, it's kind of like um Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Those two shows, the way that they kind of come full circle and that they're very cleanly written and they have a very interesting power system, and you watch the characters kind of, not as much, it's more emotional growth, not as much power growth in Brotherhood, but it's still the same kind of feeling. I don't know how to explain it. Steven Universe has a similar feeling, but it's just not quite there. It's like it's not that it's a bad show. I really love Steven Universe for its like emotional side. Um, but it's like you kind of get to see the powers grow, and you kind of get to like experience getting new powers, but it just doesn't feel as like guttural as like Avatar, and the fight scenes don't feel as like amazing as Brotherhood. Oh, I didn't see the last message before it got retracted. Like right as I was about to read it. but but yeah, because that's kind of what I want. Because the main two characters, obviously Teacup and Blueberry. Uh, Blueberry's gonna kind of go on the journey of like figuring out how to use the stars, how to use them properly. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to rush it. I mean, it's one of those things that I feel like it's gonna be almost impossible to rush. Which will be nice because I have a tendency. Oh, I love, dude, Avatar. I just rewatched it again. I've never seen Legend of Korra, because like when I was younger, like a lot of like assholes talked me out of it, and like they just like recently like not I guess not recently, it was a while back now, but like not too long ago they announced that the new animated um Earth Avatar is going to be coming out, where it's like the next one in the cycle. And I was like, and then I realized I've never seen Korra, so I'm watching Legend of Korra right now, and it's pretty good so far. I mean, the fight scenes, the animation's good. Is that? I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. Is that the creator of Dragon Ball Z that passed away recently, or is that someone else? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I wasn't like like Dragon Ball Z was definitely like I watched it a little bit in my childhood, and I had friends that watched it. It wasn't one of like the big ones. I was mostly watching like Sailor Moon, um, and like Pokemon. But like when I heard about that, that shit, that's like it's just so sad. Like I mean, like even though I didn't watch a lot of Dragon Ball, I know how much of an impact he had on just animation in general. It's so sad. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's real unfortunate. Were you did you watch Dragon Ball a lot as a kid, or I guess even now because I guess it's still like coming out. But yeah, no, I'm definitely excited for this. I don't know. I've always grown up watching animation. It's something I've always been just super. I don't know. It's like I've always enjoyed video games, and I've always like. God damn it! One second, my dog's barking at something. I gotta make sure he's okay. Someone's working on their truck. Nice. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't watch it too much growing up. Like I saw episodes every once in a while in between other shows. But when I got in high school, I had a friend who really liked it, and I watched quite a few of the more recent ones, and a few of the older ones with him when I was hanging out with him, and I got a little bit into it then. And it's I don't know, it's definitely it's I don't know how it's hard to describe, but there's not really other shows like uh Dragon Ball. It's definitely its own thing in a good way, you know. Um so yeah, that's really unfortunate that he passed away. I did hear about that. I actually one of my coworkers, well he's not my coworker anymore. His last day was last Friday. But he told me about it and it was definitely unfortunate. I don't know if you are a big fan. Who, pardon me. I don't know if you're a big fan of Rooster Teeth at all. If you watched Ruby or Red versus Blue growing up. Yeah, no, it is kind of surprising. I mean, it's a big show, like especially in the US, like it's probably one of the biggest shows. So, I mean, I kind of get it. It's pretty interesting too, especially for fans. It's kind of cool to see, you know, to be able to still watch new ones. Um, but yeah, I don't know if you're a fan of Rooster Teeth at all or any of the stuff they did, like Ruby or Red versus Blue. I think they did like Genlock as well, but I never watched that. But they recently, their company finally got disbanded by. Oh man, that coffee giving me bad hiccups. Got disbanded by Discovery Warner Brothers. So basically, Red versus Blue just got its last season announced 3 months ago, and now the company's no longer existing. And Ruby had season 10 announced. Yeah, they're not. They're actually an American company. Ruby is very like anime inspired. It's very similar to Avatar. Um, I'm not really as much into anime anymore. as I used to be. Like it's I'm not really into anime. I'm just into animation. And so if a show's good and it has good animation and it has good writing, I'll like it. Um like there's in my opinion a lot of bad anime. Like not bad anime, but just not good anime. There's a lot of great anime. Um Death Note is a really interesting watch. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is one of the greatest shows ever. Um and there's a lot more, but it's just like I don't know, there's a lot of just bullshit. So when people say they're into anime, it's kind of I always find it weird. Not weird to be into anime because I like a lot of anime, but just weird to be like, yeah, I like any anime. As if it's anime, I like it. And it's like there's a lot of there's a lot of shit, you know? Like if you're like, yeah, I like Cowboy Bebop, fuck yeah, yeah, I like Dragon Ball, fuck yeah. But if you're like, I like every anime, I don't like using the word sus, but I know, it's so odd. I mean, he finally like became champion or some shit, right? So I guess it makes sense, but it's like I don't know. It is really weird to think about. I just remember um because what mostly it was mostly Ruby Sapphire and Diamond Pearl was the animes I grew up with. Because I remember a lot of May and a lot of Dawn and a lot of Max, and then obviously a lot of Brock. And then obviously when I got older, I went back and rewatched all of the original series. But it is weird. I feel like I don't know if it's because I wasn't a kid when I watched it, but I watched X and Y as it came out, and it was okay. I enjoyed it. The Pokemon battles were pretty decent. Um, Powers plus fight plus animation, I'm good. But it just God, there was something about like back in the day. I don't know, man. Um, and now my dogs want in. It's an endless cycle. I swear. All right. Ugh. Pets, man. Oh wow. Yeah, I don't think I've even seen that much. I've seen quite a bit. Oh god, I've seen every movie. I've seen all of Kanto, a bit of Orange Islands and Johto, all of Hoenn, all of Unova, a little bit of Sinnoh. Um, the X and Y part I watched all of. I didn't see the Z part, and then I watched a little bit of Sun and Moon, and that's about it, I think. Um, why did the Sun and Moon theme song smack so hard though? Like, I don't know. What was it? It was like I could get used to this heat on my skin. I can feel every day I'm a little bit stronger. I just wish each day was longer. Like, I don't know why, but that shit like always got me in a good mood in high school. Like I man, that's one thing. I don't know. Pokemon like is has definitely always been a pretty big part of my life. Especially like when I'm kind of a little more down, I don't know. It's like that and Minecraft are the two video games slash like um medias, I guess, that I've kind of just floated to when I'm not really. Yeah, no, I actually enjoyed what I watched. I didn't really watch too much. I think I got I don't know, maybe 15 to 20 episodes in. I ended up getting busy with like school and stuff, but from what I watched, I really enjoyed it. So, but I actually have it's kind of hard to see, a little Pokeball tattoo. I actually got. Did you see the? It's kind of hard to see with the focus, but there's a little Wally. And then I got my fat rat cat on this side. And then I got a few like on my thighs and stuff. I've gotten a lot in the past, literally in the past year, I've gotten like a dozen tattoos and piercings. And I got a nose piercing, but I ended up getting it taken out because I was replacing it with a ring and it closed up immediately. And the girl that was doing my nose piercing kept digging into it. And I had a little bit of a stimulation overload from like just the constant digging. And I had a little bit of a panic attack from it, like an anxiety attack from it, because it was just like, I don't know, I've never felt like that much of a weird constant pain. Like, I don't know, it was like digging in skin, and she was doing it for like, I don't know, it wasn't probably that long, but it felt like at least like 5 minutes, but it was probably only like a minute. So I don't have a nose ring anymore. But yeah, I don't know. It's been a wild year. I don't know. It's been crazy. I don't know. It's been definitely, I don't know if busy's quite the word for it, but more chaotic, I guess. I don't know. Just shit keeps happening and it don't stop happening, you know? But what are you gonna do, I guess? I don't know. I probably gotta get going here in a little bit. Ugh. I gotta go make dinner. Oh yeah, I guess last thing. I got engaged as well. Yeah, sorry man. I gotta make dinner. Um my fiance, she gets home at 8:15ish, and she has to work 11 hours, so I like to have dinner for her. Make her life a little easier, you know. But what's not what's not fair that I'm leaving already, or because I'll be back. Let's see, I'm streaming. I'm gonna for sure stream tomorrow, and Saturday. I think going forward, I'm gonna try to stream Wednesday night, Thursday night, Saturday midday. I don't know if that's 100%, but that's kind of at least right now what I'm gonna shoot for. Um, and we'll see how that goes. Real quick before I head out, did everything come through clear? Like, has it been laggy at all? Has it been like, I mean, because this is the first stream I've done on YouTube, so I'm not really sure how everything's looking. Like, is everything looking okay or? Mm. Nice. That's really good to hear. And you have a good ugh, Jesus, I can't speak. You have a good night too, man. And yeah, I don't know. Hopefully I'll catch you here soon. But it was nice. It was nice chatting with you on here. Feel free to pop in anytime, and I'll try to catch one of your live streams if I can one of these days. But do you stream still? I feel like I still see you popping up with streams every once in a while. Because I've watched a few of your series, but now that I think about it, I don't remember. If I've seen any streams pop up. Or I guess you're probably streaming on Twitch, huh? Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say I felt like I hadn't seen any recently, but alrighty, man. Well, hopefully I'll catch you soon. But I gotta get going and make some dinner. So. Oh, really? What are you doing? What are you kind of doing recently? Oh, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. Well, I'll have to. Is it still under the same? Sorry, I'm looking right now. Is it still under the same channel name and everything? Okay, yeah, yeah, here you go. All right. Yeah. Alrighty, man. Well, either way, I'm gonna head out because, like I said, I gotta make dinner. So, but it was nice. It was nice chilling. Um, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Probably gonna be most likely. Yeah, I'm probably gonna storyboard episode one tomorrow. So yeah, I did see that. I did see that. But but yeah, so feel free to pop in. Yeah, peace out, man. Feel free to pop in tomorrow to watch me storyboard episode one. We'll have a good time. We'll kind of talk more about episode one and what's going to be going on and kind of how the series is going to start out. So appreciate you guys for stopping in at the live stream. For now, peace out. Awesome people.